Creaky chair! Hello, everybody! I've completely lost to do the intros like I normally do. Fandom Flux! Yay!
Yeah.
Stupid
Oh,
squeaky chair.
Squeaky chair.
Totally came up on the audio track. God damn it. So, I'm Casey. Hi, how's it going? I'm cool, and I inspire Kenshi, and I'm so proud of him for his progress that he makes in order to impress me. It's so nice. Kenshi's here too, by the way. You wouldn't know it because he's giving me the silent treatment for being an asshole, but yes, he's here.
Right. That's what you get. Blame Casey for not getting an intro today.
Zero's here.
Hi, everybody. I think without saying, I say without thinking things through. Yeah.
And Patience here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast, episode 202.
Taking it right there with the episode number. Wow.
The proper intro and making me feel inadequate and stuff. Yeah, so that's cool. Okay. So, who wants to go first with the thing that we usually do and such? Nobody? Okay, I'll go.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Thor's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
Can we finally fucking talk about it?
At the end of the episode, we can do a spoilery thing like we usually do.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, Cliff Notes version, non-spoiler version, Thor Ragnarok is a really good movie. It's really funny, and I feel like funny is a good direction to take the Thor character and series of films. Like, they tried to do the dour thing in the Dark World. It did not work very well. So, yeah. Much better direction to take things. So, that's basically my 2 cents on...
You're 2 cents?
Chimmery, etc.
Jim Cheree, yeah.
Fucking Dick Van Dyke. Racist. Yeah, so, anyone else want a non-spoiler opinion on Thor before we do, like, an in-depth thing at the end?
It is good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. It was directed by a comedy director, and you can tell.
Like, he's in the film. He's one of the characters, is my understanding. Again, to avoid spoilers, I think he was the big rock dude? Or he
I think so.
or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which,
We'll
funny
have
character.
A full discussion
Well done.
later.
Yeah.
We'll get a full discussion later.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a super good film. Went to see it with my sister. Like, I usually see any film that I see in the cinema. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
People that follow my writing will have noticed that I released a chapter on Sunday. I was going to say yesterday, but this comes out on Tuesday. So yeah, that was good to finally get past. Bit of a wall I'd gotten at some point, and just kind of didn't really know how to bust through it. Then just kind of, I had an idea for, like, because it's just after the whole "hey, you killed a dragon" thing. Whitest man in Skyrim, by the way.
Yeah.
Just killed a dragon, yay! My thought was, okay, it's going to be a celebration chapter, and now I'm stuck. I thought, okay. People wanted me to do a bit more of the culture thing for, like, living in Skyrim, because that's a thing that's been a big part of the story so far that I haven't really touched on much. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do a celebration thing. I should probably have an established opinion on mead. And probably know what it actually tastes like. So I bought 3 bottles of mead.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
How's it made? Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically white wine, but quite a bit sweeter, with less of a kick to it. But you feel it more. Like mead is by definition stronger than wine. It just is.
White wine. Fuck yeah.
So, yeah, if you think about it in that context, all the tough guy Nords being like, yeah, we drink mead like men, are basically saying they enjoy a nice Chardonnay or something, if you really think about it. But, yeah, but it's pretty good. So I have 3 bottles of that to get through. I was kind of hoping to foist one off on my sister and brother-in-law as a Christmas gift. Did not check whether they drink before I did that, so now they're
Don't share your alcoholic habits with your family, Casey. Keep that curse to yourself.
It's just mine now, so that's a thing.
You lush.
Kenji's mean today. I don't think he appreciates my comments about him being inspired by me. I think he's a little miffed about that.
No.
And he also seemed very tired.
No matter
He
how true
also
it
seemed
is.
very tired and frustrated when he came on the podcast, so you're just poking a bear that's already angry.
Yeah, he is. He really, really is.
Unfortunately, he's a continent away, so you can't do a darn thing about it.
I could probably get a ticket to go over there.
I like the chapter, Kenji. It's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't get now. After all, you inspire me, apparently.
I do, but you don't need to get shirty about it. It's fine. Yeah. I'm proud of that. It's good. It's a nice facet of our relationship that I really appreciate. I don't know why you're so silly about it.
I would put you in some kind of submission hold where you've been armed with each other right now. Nothing dangerous, but just enough to let you know who's boss.
Yeah, it probably would happen, yeah. So that was fun. I finally got over that wall, and funnily enough, didn't actually get to the celebration bit, so the whole getting mead was entirely pointless. But, yeah, finally got a chapter out, already started the next one, and comfortably climbing the rankings again, so that's nice. At this point, I'm probably in 8th in the Skyrim section, so that's nice. In fairness, most of the stories at the top are abandoned and have been for over a year, so not exactly much competition, but still, it's nice. Trying to think what else I did this week. I continue to play Sky Factory, which is tangential to what I actually have to talk about, which is I pretty much stopped watching Critical Role when the story ended, because...
Yeah.
Yeah. And I decided, okay, I'm going to try and catch up on some of these one-shot things that they've been doing. They're pretty cool in
Did you see
various ways.
the Grog one?
Yeah. So
the Grog one is magical.
They're all kind of magical in their own ways.
Yeah. So for context, there's one shot where Travis Willingham DMs a game by DMing the game as his character Grog
for the other characters in the game. So yeah.
So it's a game within a game, and since he's Grog the Barbarian, the rules hardly matter. You take 5 points of stupid damage.
Yeah, that was a thing. In fairness, it was pretty stupid at the time, so... Yeah. Yeah, so they've done a bunch of different weird one-shot stuff, like Taliesin Jaffe ran a game of Vampire the Masquerade, which was weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gary Gygax was the villain, and all.
Yeah.
It was like in a modern day setting, and
Yeah, Gary Gygax was the villain of part 1.
yeah, yeah.
But
And then they kill Will Friedle, and I'm sad. And the character that did it is sad for about 3 seconds, and then stops caring immediately, and that was great, but terrible. God damn it! I like Will Friedle. He's a cool dude, and
He doesn't like you.
He voiced Batman. He voiced future Batman. Cool dude.
Terry McGinnis?
Yeah, he was Terry McGinnis.
Sweet.
So, yeah, that was a weird one. The Grog one, Zero mentioned. The Honey Heist one was...
yeah,
Yeah.
where they're all bears. They're all bears.
All
and
of
they
the
have to steal
characters are
honey.
bears trying to steal honey. And... oh, God. Like, if there's one that I would say you should watch, it's probably that one, just for the hijinks. There are so many hijinks.
Yeah, because you gotta, like, with Honey Heist, each bear gets a role, and you got the brains, and you got the getaway.
The getaway driver, the brawn, and the hacker.
The hacker.
The hacker when they're all bears in a medieval setting. So you end up with that character just going, I'm going to hack those banners down and all sorts of shit. Just making stuff up as it goes along.
Hacker world.
What?
The hacker.
So cool. Like, of all of them, like, they're basically having each of the players take turns DMing for a session. And of all of them, I did not think Marisha Ray's would be the one that I enjoyed the most. I did not see that coming
She
at
did
all.
She did a perfect Vex impression.
Yeah, it was pretty great. So, yeah,
Yeah.
kudos for that one. And I am in the middle of watching the... what was it?
The
I
fairy
forget-
tale one.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of that one, and that's just all guest players and Sam doing the DMing, but you have, like, Yuri Lowenthal on it, so I'm down. I don't know who any of the other people are, but
Yuri Lowenthal is the Mad Hatter, who's just he's got that swag, I guess.
yeah, he's apparently an expert masseuse through his cantrip of massage. It's actually message, but I'm gonna allow it.
Yeah, those Critical Role one shots are really fun.
Yeah, just in a completely new way. Like, the main series of it is just like, it's storytelling, and it has comedy moments, but a lot of it is a serious story, and they're trying to do a serious story. This is just being wacky and doing fun stuff and goofing off, and it's kind of refreshing, to be honest.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty cool, and that's how I've been spending my time outside of that. I have one other thing to talk about, but it's my recommendation for this week, so I'm going to save that.
All right.
Because it's another thing that I found that was a certain kind of special. Who else wants to go?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So, Xenoblade 2 just came out for Nintendo Switch, and boy, that game is long, and it's a big game. Like, I played Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade Chronicles X, and the way these games work is they're kind of just huge JRPGs that are essentially independent of one another.
Is this Xenoblade 2? Or...
Xenoblade 2, yeah. And
Got to do
it's
that.
a pretty amazing game. The battle system is, like, really complex, but it eases you into it. And if you stick with it and start to really learn how the battle system works, it's one of the most fun battle systems in a JRPG that I've played. So, it's a good game, fun story, and fun characters, too. Like, characters just are they're very well written. And again, if you want a humongous JRPG with like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of feet and miles of space, that's where you want to go.
Mm.
But like, there's stuff there. Like, there's always stuff you can find.
Okay.
It's not like there's a lot of empty space, but there's always an enemy or a thing to find, or sometimes even a quest. And it's just fun to get around that world and to explore it. And, again, the character writing is probably one of the stronger points of it, along with the battle system. And you get blades, like personas, basically. The thing with the blades in this is that, each blade you get as they have their own weapon, their signature. And some blades have unique weapons, but all of them go into these several different weapon types, which you then upgrade your arts and abilities for that weapon type so that it translates across all the different blades. And they have all these different stats and everything. And yeah, it's interesting. They all have like field skills that they can use to open and unlock various things. And one of the interesting things about this game is that they like pretty much every blade is designed by a different artist in Japan. So that means you get some real winners and some real stinkers. But at the same time, the winners are really good, and the personality is always fun. The voice acting, though, so they did the thing from Xenoblade 1, where they got a lot of English voice actors, and now they have some American voice actors in there too, so there's kind of a mix. There's some lip syncing that's just not there in several cases, and I don't think the voices fit perfectly, but it's still very charming. The voice acting, surprisingly, I've really grown to. It's really grown on me. So I got that, and I've been just playing it nonstop.
Like, are the voices bad, or is it just the lip syncing?
It's mainly the lip syncing, and in some cases, I think it's the most apparent where there's one girl who her voice actor, like, her voice doesn't go up to the same kind of emotional highs as the character animations are suggesting. Like, there's some examples of bad voice acting, but again, the Japanese voice acting is available right at launch, so you can just play in Japanese if you feel like it. But at the same time, I felt like for the most part, the English voice acting was pretty good.
Okay.
It's always quite disheartening when you see someone who's not putting the necessary emotion into a scene to make it believable. A couple of examples come to mind, just in particular when it's screaming, just seems like staged if they don't put enough emotion into it.
Oh no!
See why that happened.
Like, it's not that bad, but like, there's an example where you have one English voice actor, one American voice actor who's just like, he's screaming at the top of his lungs because he's just so pissed off, and then everybody else just can't really match that. And you're like, oh, so he actually is pretty good at voice acting.
Well, I mean, there's a fine line between being overshadowed by someone else who's just that good and still putting on a mediocre performance regardless.
Again, for the most part, like, it's fine. It's just I don't think that person's accent allows them to get into that higher range. I don't know what, but it just always seemed to very. I don't know if they're like Irish or something, but I can't ever hear them really, really upset.
Irish? If Jacksepticeye can do it, then I'm sure.
Yeah, you have a point there. But yeah, voice acting aside, still a very good game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I think that's about. I mean, I've not really done much else for my week. It's just been well, work and school. I'm sure there's something I'm probably forgetting, and I'll probably interrupt somebody else to say, "Oh, hey, this." But for right now, I got nothing.
Casey's humming is giving me the impression that you're forgetting something that he wants you to talk about.
Not really, but I mean, there is finals, and that sucks.
I just remembered. Oh, hey, so we made a Discord, a public Discord
right.
server.
That is a thing
Yeah.
we could talk about that we haven't for like 5 weeks. So
I made it, and then I was like, "We'll bring it up on the podcast," and then we didn't, and then we didn't, and then we didn't, and then we put it in a comment of the last podcast. So, we have a public Discord now. If you guys want to go over there and chat, or if you have any channels you want to suggest for me to put up there for discussion or anything, let me know. We'll put a link to it in the description, right, Casey?
Yep. So go in the link dump. That's the thing I just typed. Yep.
So feel free to join in, and if you guys want to talk to us more directly, it's right there.
We're dumbasses.
Yeah.
You're dumbasses. I'm not.
Like, does it like have like a full history of the chat that's gone on in the Discord channel?
Yes, I think it does.
Good. So you can see me and Zero basically commiserating every time that we forget to put the thing in. And you can see it happening week by week.
We had this done at the beginning of November. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
I'll read it verbatim.
Go ahead.
November 16th, 2017. From Flux Casey. ... We completely forgot to mention this during the podcast. King of Zero X. Yep. 1 week later, November 21st, 2017. From Flux Casey. Motherfucker. And then 1 week later, Flux Casey. November 27th, 2017. Mother, period, fucker, period. To which Zero helpfully replies, "I'll put the link in the description of the next podcast and in a comment."
Which he didn't, by the way. I did.
Because I forgot. Again.
So
It's just been a mess.
Yeah.
But feel free to jump in and say hello.
We got there eventually. That's what counts.
So yeah, in here there are a bunch of categories. You can like leave comments and questions and what have you. Just anything in particular.
Yeah. Alright, that's it for my week.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. The story I was writing, I killed a named character. And at the time, it was like, okay, that's a thing that I can do. It's not really an important character. And then I looked that character up. They were a marriage candidate.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so entirely possible that character would have been kind of important to someone's playthrough, which I pointed out in an author's note. Guess what the first review was about?
You killed my husband.
Saying that it was their favorite character, and I killed them, and that they were sad about it.
Good.
Well,
Goddamn
in the world of Skyrim, everybody dies.
No, in the world of Skyrim, nobody dies. That's part of the problem.
But in the world of Skyrim, without the restrictions of the game, everybody dies. Turn your mods on, everybody. Kill them all.
Patient's typing something, but I'm going to call on him anyway. Patient.
Yeah.
You want to go next?
Sure. Not much has really been going on for me. My sister-in-law is in the other room wrapping the present I mentioned yesterday. No, not yesterday, last week.
Honestly,
Sorry.
thought that sentence was going to go somewhere completely different. I don't know why. You got to, my sister-in-law's in the other room rapping, and I just thought, yeah, it's not where you were going.
She is listening, I should say, and she said someone's mind is in the gutter.
No, I just thought she had a dope flow. That's all I thought. You know?
You got
Don't-
busted out by someone in the next room. It's great.
Terrible person, you.
Yeah. Shame.
Shame.
Who are we shaming? I don't know who's. Okay. Is it me?
Shaming you.
Is it not me?
Shaming you.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
you.
Why is it me?
It's you. Why not?
You don't know. Maybe she had sweet rhymes. You don't know.
Anyway,
Okay.
really, there's not much else going on. Some more progress on Strong World, revisiting some of my thick ideas that haven't fully come to fruition yet. Still working on planning out a Pokemon SI that I'd like to do. I've got a good idea for it, and I've got a good chunk of the prologue written up, or at least a rough draft of it. But as Zomniac has demonstrated, it's easiest to write a big, successful story when you have it all planned out ahead of time. Begin with the end in mind. It's a very good habit to have. So I need to get a bit more planned out for it before I can start fleshing it out more. Not much. Yeah, really not much else has gone on this week aside from just trying and, as of yet, failing to find a job. And I sort of need to find a job, like, as soon as possible because I'm running out of my savings and I still have a few presents to buy. So that's kind of important. Alright. But yeah, it's just been mostly ordinary week for me. Nothing much comes to mind that's remarkable, save for just things still going marvelously between Vikinger and I. So could scarcely be better. Oh, except I haven't mentioned yet, I'm not going to be able to see her this year.
That's a shame.
I mean, the finances, it would be tight, but Christmas, we can manage it. My parents would, but she's going to be occupied for her time off, and her mother doesn't want her grandmother to be made aware of me yet due to a couple of distrust-inducing experiences with mysterious persons over the internet in the past. Though I still question that logic a bit, because wouldn't the solution be to have me meet her in person? Just give her a bit. Anyway, we're planning for the spring now. That's the soonest that it seems that we'll be able to meet. So I'm looking forward to that when the time comes. Alright. Not much else, but I do have a recommendation this week. I haven't read much of the story, but it looks interesting enough that I'm willing to give it a recommendation, so I'll get to that when the time comes.
Cool beans. Kenshi.
Yo. Alright. So, I'm late to hop on this train, but I bought The Witcher 3
Oh,
last weekend.
wow.
And it's pretty sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't buy this sooner. Only I know why I didn't buy it sooner. I did not have time for this game. And I still don't have time for this game.
Also true.
I bought the game and I still don't have time for that game. I beat it and I still don't have time for that game.
Yeah, so far everything I've seen is right up my alley and tremendous.
Is it
I
still
wish-
kind of annoying somewhat in the mechanics and stuff, like the spell casting and things like that? Because that was a little janky in the second one.
And it's not bad to me. Like it plays like
They fixed a lot of the jank for Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is still jank, but it's not detrimental to your experience.
Okay.
yeah, I have nothing to base my opinion on.
Yeah, I played Witcher 2 and then went straight into Witcher 3. That's how I did it. I also bought Witcher 1, which I couldn't play because it was just bad.
Nope.
It was just unplayable for me.
Nope.
So, it was like $2, I think, was the price. I was like, sure, I'll throw $2. And I was like, okay, that's $2 wasted. And I got a refund. I was like, that's $2 back.
I like the play-by-play. Thank you, Zero. That was good. Anyway.
But yeah, I have a feeling I need to sit down and dedicate some hours to this. But I don't want to do that because it'll take time away from other things I do in my pastime, like, writing stuff. So we'll see where the wild winds take me.
I get it, because Witcher Wild Hunt,
Yeah.
that was the name of the game.
Yeah. They released new DLC for that a while back, and I never played it.
I'm not high level enough to play it yet.
I fear that if I go back to play Witcher 3, I won't escape.
So
I
you'll
already
just go
have
back to playing Xenoblade 2, is what you're going to do, yeah.
Yes, I have to stick to Xenoblade 2 right now. Gosh darn it, I haven't beat the story mode of that yet. Post-game stuff can be later. Bleh.
Yeah,
I still haven't finished Persona 5. God damn.
Plus, every single side quest in between, right?
Yeah.
Including some that are time sensitive if the original Xenoblade is anything to go by.
Zero.
What?
Never mind.
I zoned out for a second.
I can
Sorry.
tell.
Mm.
But yeah, aside from Witcher, let's see what else is going on in my world. Oh yeah, I updated a chapter Sunday. That was a thing that happened.
Yeah, right after mine.
Casey's an ass. I didn't know, and I don't care. So if it makes you feel better, it's fine. But please know that this was not done with any thought of you whatsoever. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. Yeah. So
Keep telling yourself that.
extraordinary times. It's the X-Men fic with the OC. Yeah, I enjoyed that story.
It's a fun story.
Yeah. Still not sure if I'm doing first person well or not, but like a train, it stops when it goes. It still goes. So yeah. Let's see. I have a show this weekend that I need to go wrestle.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrestle some luchadors. So that's gonna be fun. I wonder how they like getting kicked in the face. We'll find out soon.
Does
enough.
actually sound like fun. Look fun. I'm doing Zero's thing, being stupid.
Yeah, I guess that's my thing now. I guess I'm just the stupid one. Sure.
Now. So yeah, I'm gonna be wrestling some Mexican lads. They're gonna be flipping all over the place. I'm gonna be trying to kick them in the face. It's gonna be a good old time, fun for the whole family.
They're gonna do flip kicks. You're gonna do spin kicks. It's all gonna be good fun.
Well, they're mostly going to dive at me with their body and try and hit me with their full body weight at a high speed. That's generally what they do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have fun.
And I'm going to. I know that doesn't sound like fun for anyone listening, but that's fun to me.
Yeah.
I'm a strange person.
Have fun. Seriously. Hope you enjoy your time.
I mean, some things to some people are more fun than others. For example, I find editing fun.
Oh God.
I mean, I can see the appeal in that, but you know,
Like, at least some of that is reading a story, right?
well,
Yeah.
it's the same kind of putting together a puzzle mentality as, say, making a poem, I guess.
Puzzle with words.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's all a story is.
I don't think I have anything else. I haven't really done much else other than those things. So that's what I'm into.
All right. Can we talk about Thor now? Yes.
or we could do recommendations first and then do the Thor bit. That seems like more of a sensible thing to do.
Okay, fine. Recommendations
Yeah.
real quick. Then we'll do Thor spoilers.
No, not real quick. They take their time. They do what they need.
Yeah. So, recommendations. Who has besides me? Patient ad.
Sorry about that. I had to step away from the keyboard for a second.
Recommendations real quick.
Shut up, Zero.
All right. My recommendation is a one big surprise. Just came to my attention today. It's an interesting premise, and I'm not honestly sure where it's going. So, it's called This Never-Ending Story by Lauredhell, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Okay.
The basic premise is an OC, I think indigenous to the One Piece world, who has a passion for storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically arrive at Shellstown, and that's about where canon starts. Obviously Luffy inspires him with his charisma, his determination to get to the top, and that's the best story he can think of. So he decides to tag along as the chronicler around the same time that Zoro joins. Canon hasn't changed much, but the one thing that I don't know, might be good, might be bad. I'm not too familiar with the series, so I can't be sure. He has a sword straight out of Soul Eater.
Which sword?
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
Not a lot of details been given on it, just he and the sword don't get along particularly well, like teeth clench teamwork or what's the term? Vitriolic best friends, something like that. Just
Is it a particularly demanding sword?
Yeah.
No. Seems just seems grumpy from what I can tell. But I've only read the first 2 chapters of this.
Does the sword constantly call him a fool?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Good.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Like,
We're
at the
good.
same
That
time,
was-
we're relieved that it's not that sword, but at the same time, I feel like they missed a trick, is the problem.
Boy, Soul Eater is fun.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it myself.
I read the entire manga.
Of course you have.
Yeah. I tend to get invested in series and then see them to their finish, no matter the cost.
Well, nothing's wrong with that. Alright, so that's my recommendation for this week, This Never-Ending Story. It's got 80 chapters thus far. So
Wow.
it's been going on for a while. I just noticed it as the most recently updated fic on the site, and it was published May 25th, 2 years ago. So it's a long runner. Not a bad following on it, but could be better. So hoping it goes well. We'll see. Alright, that's my recommendation. Next.
Okay. So, some people might accuse me of this, just taking this as an opportunity to recommend With This Ring again. That's not quite what I'm doing. So,
I think it is if you have to preface it by saying that.
I mean, technically it's a With This Ring story, but it's not canon, and it is so very different from the original. Well, it's different, but not entirely different. So, the story I'm recommending is called With This Ring in Praise of Eros. There are moments in With This Ring where the protagonist, who is incredibly socially awkward and inexperienced in romance, we'll say, turns down the opportunity for fun times. What this story is, and by the way, it's on questionable questing, so I'm going to start with that, so you'll need an account to actually be able to read it. This story is basically the non-canon branch of what if he said yes instead? And it's not smut. I wouldn't class it as that at all because it is so freaking awkward. It is the most awkward thing I have ever read, and it is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. Like, if I had to sum it up with one moment from the story, it would probably be the protagonist is in the bathroom with two very naked girls, and he takes time to check out the remodeling he did in the bathroom and, like, think about how good a job he did with building the shower. And that's what he focuses on. And, yeah, that encapsulates the character perfectly. Go figure. So, that was a fun read. Yeah, that's my recommendation for this week. So, that's recommendations done unless Kenshi has something. Unless Zero.
You know better.
Yeah,
I thought I would. I do not.
Zero.
I tried.
Play Xenoblade if you have a Switch.
Lame.
What did he expect?
Better.
He has 0 to offer.
Yeah. Gosh darn, it's in my name.
Alright, Thor. Let's Thor.
Why are you sad about it?
I'm not.
I honestly don't have anything to add here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and bow out. Take care, boys.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks,
patient.
patient.
Take it easy.
See you tomorrow.
That was our friend Patient.
He's cool.
He's very patient.
All right, then. You have the spoiler thing set.
I've forgotten the name of the thing that I was recommending, so it's shorthand. We don't really need to set anything. It's just like, okay, from this point on, spoilers. Spoilers for Thor Ragnarok. There are going to be spoilers, because, you know, It's been a few weeks, but we're still going to be courteous about this. So we're going to spoil the crap out of this movie. Last warning.
Go away.
Okay, go.
I want it.
So Hulk is really fun.
Yeah. Like, I love Sulky Hulk. The Incredible Sulk. He's like Eeyore, but gigantic, green, and terrifying. It's great.
They really added another layer of kind of like the thing with Avengers was, you know, okay, first Hulk has control. First, Bruce Banner has control over the Hulk. Now he kind of doesn't, and he needs the sun's getting real low to calm him down. Now it's like if I turn back, it's like okay, sure.
When he started to do the fucking lullaby in the arena, I lost my shit, and so did everyone else.
Yeah, it was amazing. And so now the thing is, okay, so he's the Hulk, and Bruce Banner is afraid that if he turns back into the Hulk, he won't be able to turn back into Bruce.
And likewise, the Hulk is terrified of turning back into Bruce Banner and not being able to turn back into the Hulk.
Which makes the relationship like much more interesting than like it's finally developed to that point.
Yeah, it's like Hulks are like ogres, which in turn are like onions because they have so many layers.
Don't meme, please.
I'm not sorry. Yeah, so that was a fun exploration of just the Hulk as the Hulk and not with Banner. Like, the Hulk's basically an entirely different person, essentially, at this point.
Yeah.
And
that's
the Hulk
that's
wants
fine.
love too. I feel sorry for Black Widow all of a sudden.
But I really just everything about the Hulk was just done so well. Like, I was only going in there expecting, it's just gonna be smashy, because
there was that, and there was a lot of interplay between Hulk and Loki, which so many callbacks.
I love fucking Tommy much. Like the look on his face when the Hulk showed up in the arena.
Yeah, and then when he does the same exact thing he did to Loki to Thor, he's like, that's how it feels. Yes, that's how it feels.
Like, the first words out of his mouth in that scene were like, I need to go off this planet. Right now.
It's so great. Like, honestly, it's just I enjoyed all the comedy in there because it was just so like character focused, Like, it all made sense, like with how everything worked.
Yeah, like wasn't there a thing about like the film being a lot of it being ad-libbed, improvised? I feel like that was a thing.
Don't know, but I feel like that could be a thing.
Like, there was a scene, like, when they're doing the whole escape bit, and Thor is trying to explain why he doesn't trust Loki and comes up with a story of one of his pranks, and it's like, oh yeah, he turned into a snake because he knows I like snakes, so I went over the snake, and I picked it up, and he turns into Loki, and then he stabbed me. We were 8 at the time. And then it cuts to Loki. It cuts to Loki, and he's got this smile on the face, and I can't tell whether that's the character or the actor that's just cracking up.
That's like whenever like a sibling like is like, oh, you did this, and then like, you bring up something bad they did, and they just smile, and it was so real, and it was so good. Loki in this was actually fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Like, because like it's now to the point where it's like Thor's like, yeah, I'm not going to trust you at all. So, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the end of the second film, which, as I said earlier in the show, it was the one where they tried to be dour and dark and miserable for no reason, and it ends with Loki pretending to be Odin. And it's like a dun-dun-dun kind of moment. Like, oh no, what's going to happen? And then the next film basically starts up and Loki's just chilling and Thor shows up. He's like, oh shit.
He's eating grapes and disguised as Odin, putting on a play about how Loki was so amazing and tragic. And it was like the recreation of the last movie.
Yeah.
It was just great.
I feel like Loki is a character that you shouldn't really try and play seriously. Like, he can be threatening, yes, but he's also kind of silly.
He's the trickster god.
Yeah.
Like, you should be playing that up more, and they did in this, and it's great. Or I've been falling for 30 minutes.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
So... Doctor Strange appears briefly in this, and it's kind of just, it's out of nowhere, but it was also just amazing, because it's just kind of quick. It's like, you're wasting my time, my time. Oh, hey, time stone, you're out, goodbye.
Yeah, I feel like Thor made that scene more than Doctor Strange did.
Yeah, but the whole weirdness of the Doctor Strange like mansion, it's something that I kind of wanted to see in the Marvel universe, cinematic universe.
Yeah. I like the bit where he basically gave Thor a flagon of ale and he drinks from it, drinks like 3/4 of it down, and then it refills.
Yeah.
He gets this look on his face like, this is the greatest feat of magic I have ever witnessed.
And it just like he keeps like this, keep teleporting around the mansion, and Thor's like, what? He just
Valkyrie was awesome.
Yeah, Valkyrie was awesome. The weird friendship she has with the Hulk is just kind of great.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, big guy. He's like, hey, hey, bad. What did he call her? Bad girl or something? Small girl? I can't remember.
I don't know. I think it was Bad Girl. I think.
Yeah, I think it was Bad Girl.
I mean, it's the whole voice. It's sometimes hard to tell.
And so they just kind of had a weird sort of friendship, and then Bruce Banner and her are in the same plane. It's like, I feel like we know each other.
Yeah, that was a cool character, and I would like to see more of her show up. That'd be good. Yeah.
Like, now you have a much stronger supporting character for the Thor movies.
Yeah.
Because they did the Warriors 3.
I'm pretty sure one of those died at the beginning of this film. Was that what happened?
Yeah. The samurai died.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean the samurai. I meant the other guy. Like,
yeah.
The guy
pretty sure
just
two of them died. Two of them died right off the bat.
So I guess only Sif is left. She's the only one
in this movie.
No, that's why she's alive.
Yeah, it was her and the. Yeah, there was the blonde guy as well.
The blonde guy was the guy that died in the Bifrost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was there waiting for Thor, and he said, "Where's Thor?" And she just fucking killed him.
So that's all the warriors are gone except for the ones people care about.
Basically.
That's fine. Also, Jane Foster is no longer in the thing.
Sorry she dumped you, says a random passerby who wanted a selfie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently that's really well known that happened.
Well, I imagine he's all over the celebrity news. But, yeah.
I'm okay with her not being in the films anymore.
I'm okay with her not being in the films either. I would rather just have lots of fun hijinks with Thor, Loki, Hulk, and Valkyrie.
And not a shitty romance plot. That didn't make much sense.
It didn't make much sense. Yeah. What were you guys' thoughts about the villain of this?
I mean,
I will say better than Dark Elves.
Better than Dark Elves. I feel so sorry for Christopher Eccleston for getting that role and it being a shitty role. He was the Dark Elf dude. Whatever.
At least she had a motivation, I guess. Other than
it was like, yeah, she was strong and a threat and everything, but she was like, they tried to put too much humor into it.
Yeah. She had more of a presence.
She didn't really have much humor.
She made jokes like every scene, and it wasn't even like fully dark jokes or anything. It's like,
I will say she had a presence to her, but it was less like, it's more than Dark Elves, but it's like it's around the same as Ultron, if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
Here's the thing. I watched Age of Ultron again recently. That film actually plays a lot better now for some reason. Like, outside of all the hype and everything, it's still a pretty great film.
Maybe I'll have to see it again. I don't know. But back to Thor. Once he got onto that battle planet, and then he gets into he gets into the chair and it starts playing the Willy Wonka song. Me and my dad were just freaking out because that was just we were just like, that's amazing. Jeff Goldblum is amazing in this.
He was pretty. I'm not a fan of Jeff Goldblum, but he was okay in this. He was weird, but weird in the way that it was called for, I guess.
No, not that stick. I don't want to melt them.
Why are you handing me the melting stick? I don't want the. He was fucking weird.
And I feel like that's the direction you gotta go with Thor. You gotta go really weird.
Yeah, because he basically is a character that deals with some kind of weird shit. Like, not on the way that he's supposed to go ooh and ah, like with Doctor Strange. It's more like, what the fuck is going on kind of weird.
It's more like the weird D&D monster you fight once that makes you question yourself.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Thor's adventure should be.
Yeah.
Like a really weird game of D&D.
Yeah.
Thor's hammer.
Good way of summing it up.
Yeah, and Thor's hammer broke, so he's probably gonna get that fixed. Soon, probably.
Probably gonna get a new hammer, yes, but it won't do the same things as the previous one. Maybe.
I don't know. He could strange. I'm on it.
You're gonna have to go through that again because the connection dropped and nothing.
He could just take the hammer and the pieces over to Doctor Strange and just have him do that reverse time thing on it.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically going back to, like, it's pretty clearly outlined what they're going to do. Like, Odin called that one cliff in Norway home. So that's where they're going to build New Asgard, basically.
Yeah.
They telegraphed it. That's what the word I was looking for, yeah. So they're going to go back there. They're going to find the pieces of the hammer. They're going to repair it. That's...
Also, the whole part where Hulk is like, but big monster! It's just like, Hulk, no, stop.
It's the monster destroying Asgard, and the very first thing that happens is Hulk is overjoyed and sprints at it and jumps at it.
Yay!
Yeah. It's like, no, we want that thing to fight the... Okay. Put big monster!
He gets swatted, but he gets right back up and wants a piece of the monster.
Like, on the one hand, yeah, that was great, and it's a great fun moment and everything. On the other hand, maybe undermine the character a little bit. Well, not the character, but the menace of Hulk, because now...
No, it didn't, because the guy, he got swatted and then got right back up.
He wants to fight big things, and he is amenable to being told no now, is what I'm saying.
I don't... Like, considering he spent all that time in a gladiatorial arena... plus, like, Hulk has developed a sort of a personality now, so he can be somewhat reasoned with.
Yeah.
As opposed to previously where he was just, like, he wasn't angry in that scene. He was happy.
Yeah.
He was happy angry.
Before this film, Hulk was pure threat. Like, even to the people on his side, he was threat. Now, not so much. And I can't decide whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, it's great in this film, but, like, that side of it's fallen to the wayside a little bit, I think.
Yeah, but it's been replaced with now the crisis that Bruce Banner faces of, should I turn into the Hulk or not? Because I'm scared I might not come back, and the Hulk doesn't want to change back. So I wouldn't, like... Maybe he's not as menacing because he now can actually think a bit, but at the same time, I don't think the menace is all of his character.
Sun's getting real low.
He's a friend from work.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah. Was there anything else? Oh,
Uh,
we completely forgot to talk about, what was his name? Cobb?
Rockman.
Yeah. I made of rocks. It's fine, as long as you're not scissors. It's a rock, paper, scissors joke.
It's just, he's just so charming. And his little bug fellow. It's like, I think he's dead. Oh, no, you're alive.
What was your
that's
question
good.
again, mate?
I've just been carrying him around. I don't know what to do with him.
I feel kind of guilty. Like he fell off my shoulder and I stepped on him.
Oh, God, that character was great. You know what?
And he's on the...
Ken, you might know better than us. Is he an original character, or is that from the comics?
I don't keep up with Thor. I don't think he's fucking character.
Because if that's a brand new character, they created a great new character. Like, if he joins the Avengers, I'd be down for that. I would be
I've
so
not heard
down.
of him. Hold on, I can check this. Just give me a second.
I don't think he's... I don't think he's a... He's... If he's a pre-existing character, he's a very minor character that they just gave a lot of personality. But I don't think he's a major character. That being said, I do want him to be in everything now.
Oh, yeah.
Infinity Wars next year or something.
It's in May. I watched the trailer
Yeah.
for it. It's in May.
And so, in that, we'll see... Oh, yeah. Thor has an eye patch now, so now he's a lot more like Papa Odin. He also has control over his sick lightning powers now.
That's a good theme. I'm surprised they got that theme, to be honest. Isn't that like
Why?
Zeppelin? And aren't they like really, really protective of their license?
Not that song. You know what immigrant song's been?
Yeah, it's been in pretty much everything. But yeah, the whole lightning powers are gonna probably be very useful.
It's really cool too. It was really cool. Like, that whole fight scene on the bridge was cool as hell.
And then Hulk's fighting a giant wolf underneath
Yeah.
in the water.
In the waterfall. That was cool.
Yeah.
What did you think
Korg
of...
is a character.
Korg is a
Korg
character?
is a character. Yes.
Cool. What does he do? Is he a thing in anything?
Like, I don't think he has the personality at all.
Well, that's fine. It's better personality.
Yeah. So he's
Um,
nothing, basically? He's just a dude that showed up once?
I mean, more than once, he's like a recurrent character.
Okay.
I think he's played straight or more serious in
Oh,
the comics.
lame.
I'm looking at his quotes in here. There's nothing humorous about any of these quotes.
Yeah, the only thing I've really seen in regards to like really criticizing Thor Ragnarok is that people wanted more of that battle planet and less of the whole beginning section beforehand. To which I'm like, I would watch a whole movie that took. I could watch a whole movie that took place on that battle planet, but at the same time, a lot of the stuff that happened before it was important.
A lot of the stuff that happened before it was important, and anything else on the battle planet clearly wouldn't be. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna have another few fights of Thor, and he gets actually be cool and a winner.
I would like to have seen a fight in the arena of tag team battle with Hulk and Thor.
Against
But-
what?
I don't know. Something cool. But that's like, at the same time, though, I wouldn't sacrifice the writing that there is
Yeah.
for just more of that.
What do we think? This is where I was going to go, but I completely got distracted by Cord, as you know, as he should be, because he's fucking cool. What do we think of Underling Man, whose name I completely forget because he was kind of pointless?
Scourge?
That's the one. Thank you. Yeah.
Pointless.
Pointless.
Yeah, pretty much.
He didn't contribute much, but it's just like, hey, we need somebody for the villain to monologue to.
Yeah, it's pretty much what he was.
Which, sure.
He fit that role,
Sure.
and there was conflict there. It wasn't interesting conflict, but it was there, and that whole thing comes full circle, and he's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna die and be the hero. Ga 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 ga. And that's pretty much it. It's the end of his arc.
He's
He's gone.
a much more important character in the comics, I'm led to believe. But not that much more important.
He seems like the Starscream in comics. In comics,
Yeah.
you seem like you'd be a Starscream type. Why is that a thing I go to first?
Because it's the most obvious, and it's so fitting.
You always go to Starscream first.
I enjoy Starscreams.
Yeah, as do I.
Okay.
Uh,
So yeah. Big monster. Yeah. So I don't know
I
if there's
actually
anything
really
else.
like the whole. I actually really like the whole beginning where he's on the chain. He's like, wait, turning around, hold on.
Honestly, I'm not moving at all. It's just doing this.
Yeah. And this whole monologue is just to a skeleton. But it was a very fun movie, and much more like a comedy than necessarily a superhero movie. And I feel like that's
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like the direction a lot of hero movies are gonna have to go in the future is being more like kind of in towards one genre than just being a normal hero movie. Like, I mean, look at Logan.
Yeah, it's getting to the point where we're not necessarily there yet, but people are starting to get a little fatigued from that. DC are not helping, but yeah, they need to evolve the genre, or it's just going to fall to the wayside again, and we're not going to have another superhero film for 50 years, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, Deadpool is the adult comedies of superhero movies, and Logan was kind of, I guess you'd call it more like a Western almost. I don't know.
It was a Western.
Yeah, that would be a Western. And then you can try to play with the genre in lots of different ways. I think Marvel is gonna try to go full towards comedy a lot of the time, with, I guess, some of the more serious ones being super, super serious. But I think Marvel's gonna be the one that burns out the fastest.
I'm not sure I follow, considering DC basically have already burned out, and
Oh yeah, well, okay.
whatever fucks we're trying with the Fantastic Four, and
DC isn't even in there, and Fox just made the Fantastic Four to hold on to the rights because they're dicks.
yeah.
But I think that what I meant to say is Marvel's going to burn out fast if they aren't able to kind of change things up.
You know how many freaking Marvel characters there are?
Yeah, there's
A
a
lot.
lot. I mean, Ant-Man and Doctor Strange are, and you have all these movies that are being thrown in there, and then we're going to get the Black Panther movie, which is going to be good. This is Black Panther, and I don't know if where Infinity War is going to take the series.
Here's the thing, and it's something someone else pointed out, and I'm just going to quote them and just steal their point, basically. Marvel, compared to DC, don't really rely on the characters as just, we need this character or everything is going to go to shit kind of stories a lot of the time. Like, you have your Wolverine, you have your Spider-Man, arguably Iron Man, Captain America, but even those are nowhere near, like, the monolithic level that Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman are at. If you lose those characters for DC, you're basically done. But for Marvel, I mean, you can make a deep pull into Marvel and be like, okay, we'll pull them out, give them a shot. And it wouldn't be that further down the totem pole than just using another Iron Man film. Like, you could, like, just bring minor characters to the fore and you have basically carte blanche to do what you want with it, and can just build on it from there. Whereas DC, you need the name recognition. It's not as big a deal for Marvel.
I'm going to keep on watching superhero movies, like, regardless, because
I'm not watching DC anymore. They have no track record with me. They hit one good one.
Wonder Woman.
They hit one good one.
I saw Justice League, and I came out of it. My brother and my dad both said they liked it, and I was like, well, it had a good part or two.
Let me guess, the dialogue was decent.
Some of it. Some things it did were interesting, but we're not talking about Justice League necessarily. But yeah, Thor was good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
And if you were to ask me if I were to watch Thor Ragnarok again or any of the DC movies, barring Wonder Woman, I would pick Thor Ragnarok again.
Oh yeah,
because I think it'd be even funnier on rewatch.
I need to see it again so I can anticipate all the jokes this time.
Yeah. So, Infinity War's coming up, and a lot of the actors want to kind of leave. They're kind of done.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for a long time. What are we thinking the evolution of the Avengers goes to from here on? Robert Downey Jr. wants to leave. Chris Evans wants to leave.
Let's see. Cap's dead. Iron Man's dead.
Okay.
Black Widow's not dead.
Cap gives the Captain America thing to Falcon.
You think Falcon and not Bucky Rogers?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Or Bucky, yeah. Or whichever one.
Not Rogers.
Rather.
Bucky Barnes, that was it.
Bucky Barnes or Falcon, whichever one wants it, I guess. Whichever one's more popular. Probably Bucky.
I feel like Falcon would be less contentious. Because, Bucky Barnes has still kind of done some fucked up shit, and I don't think anyone's going to trust him when he still has Hydra programming in his head.
Bucky and Falcon have both been Captain America in the comics, so either or could work.
I'd see Falcon, personally. That's just
there's more conflict in Bucky doing it, so that's why they'll do it.
I mean, Iron Man being gone.
Cut out there. Got nothing.
You could just Iron Man being gone. You could just have Spider-Man. Just I guess try to fill in that big gap.
Here's the thing: Spider-Man's still really fucking young, though. That's the thing. Also, Iron Man kind of. He's not quite the leader like Captain America was the leader, obviously, but Iron Man was kind of second there.
I mean, it's like the kind of charismatic audience drawing character.
Yeah.
This is what I'm guessing they're going to go for. You're going to keep Black Panther around. You're going to...
Black Panther's just starting, so Scarlet Witch is going to stick around. Vision... Considering the things about the Infinity Gems, probably not. Probably not.
He'll be back. Like he's not gonna. He's gonna die first. Back by the end of it.
You can bring in Ant-Man and Doctor Strange as a consultant.
Yeah, like in the comics, Doctor Strange was really kind of separate from everything going on.
Yeah, he was the consultant
to get things done.
Basically. And then you could. Is Chris Hemsworth leaving?
I haven't heard anything about it, and he seemed to be having the fucking time of his life doing Ragnarok.
He's not leaving.
Okay, so he's going to be sticking around, and probably Hulk's too. So you'll have some veterans still around.
Yeah.
Marvel veterans.
And then Captain Marvel's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
considering how new Captain Marvel is, it wouldn't surprise me if Thor takes over as the leader. To be honest, that's just me.
I could see both, Captain America and Iron Man leaving because I think their character arcs are really coming to an end.
Yeah, they're pretty much done.
After Iron Man
and actor-wise.
Yeah, so I could see Captain retiring and Iron Man dying, probably, or something in the movie. Maybe, but I
Are
feel
we
like
sure
if you're going to
Captain
make
America isn't
Thanos
going to suddenly reveal that he's been working for Hydra the whole time?
Hail Hydra, no. But you know, if Thanos were to say kill an Avenger or something, hey, the actor doesn't have to be that character anymore.
Oh
And
yeah,
also, we
Hawkeye's
have.
also gonna die. Hawkeye's dead. He's dead.
Hawkeye's Ronin
I-
right now, is my understanding.
I keep forgetting Hawkeye's a character.
Hawkeye's cool. You shut up.
They made him cool in. He was the best in that movie.
I missed
He's
all
just like
that.
the normal.
Yeah, which movie?
They made him cool in Age of Ultron. He was the best in that movie.
Yeah, he had all the quips and everything. Yeah.
He's like, I'm just a dude. I'm probably gonna die.
Like,
I just
we're
got
in a
bow and
flying
arrow.
city. You have magic powers. We're fighting an army of robots. I have a bow and arrow.
I'm a
Nothing
dude
about
with
this
a
makes
bow.
sense.
But yeah, I think they're gonna play up Hawkeye a bit. I don't know if Black Widow's sticking around. Probably.
I wouldn't mind. She's really pretty. I wouldn't mind. Also, the character's fun, but she's really pretty.
Yeah, Age of Ultron is gonna end, and then we're gonna get a whole bunch of we're gonna get part 1 and part 2, and then we're gonna get a whole bunch of what were they? They're launching the next phase of the Marvel Cinematic
Yeah,
Universe.
they have like 20 films supposedly in the works.
starting with Homecoming 2, essentially. So a new Spider-Man movie, which I like that Spider-Man. I'd be interested to see where they take the character.
So what are they doing between Infinity War 1 and 2?
I don't know.
Because 2 doesn't come out till 2019.
I think it's the Miss Marvel movie or Captain Marvel or whatever. There's 2 characters named Marvel. Gosh. Yeah,
There are 2 characters called Captain Marvel, and they're in different series.
I know. It's confusing.
Friggin'
There's
DC.
so many Marvels.
It's not confusing. We're talking about Marvel. Therefore, we know which Captain Marvel which we speak.
But there's also like a Miss Marvel too. Right?
Wasn't that also Captain Marvel?
No.
I just not a,
Is that also No, that's a different Marvel.
I'm so confused. God.
Don't just leave it alone. No one cares.
Like, they haven't come up with a Miss Marvel kind of thing, so ignore it. It hasn't happened yet.
There's
We can be
also a
confused
Marvel
when they
Girl.
bring that
Also
character
named
up.
Jean Grey. Just to make things more confusing.
Sorry?
Wasn't Miss Marvel is the one who can stretch her body and make it bigger and stuff, I think. And then
I
Captain
don't
Marvel
know.
had special powers that were
Captain
different.
Marvel was like the Moonstone thing, right? Power of the Moon.
Yeah, Moonstone. You evolve your Clefairy.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know Marvel that well. Like, a lot of the stuff from Marvel I just know from the fucking films and shows and such.
And Kenshi.
Boy, I can't wait
Kenshi.
for that Aquaman movie.
That's... I really like Jason Momoa. I like him as a performer. So I kind of want that film to be okay.
Uh,
You know better.
I know it won't be, but I want it to be.
you know there's two Joker movies and one of them isn't played by Jared Leto.
So there's one Joker movie, basically. That's what you're saying.
There's 2 different Joker movies coming out, and
No,
one of them
there's-
is Jared Leto and the other isn't.
There's one Joker film, and then there's another guy that's just being stupid and has tattoos for no reason. Fucking grill. And
It's
moron.
the origin movie. Because we all wanted to see that.
Douche nods.
Boy, DC is having fun with their money going out of their pockets.
You know, in the comics, we still don't actually know the Joker's real name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, I hope you'll like the origin movie then.
Okay. Yeah. So, As if I needed more proof to not watch DC films. Alright. We got any more to say about, Marvel, the good superhero films, or Thor specifically, or anything?
I think the director, somebody said they wanted to make Thor Ragnarok 2. Like, Thor Ragnarok's going to be the title going forward, because it's a kind of a different take on Thor, I guess.
I can see that.
And it would be made by the same director, I'm guessing.
I hope
which
so.
I would like that.
Yeah. More cord. Scissors beware.
Thor. Crazy scissors.
I lost all of that.
Thor gets some more adventures with this crazy gang of Revengers.
Forgot about the Revengers thing. Isn't the Revengers actually a name for a team in the comics?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It was a team that was disillusioned with the Avengers.
Oh god, so that's that's Cap's team, is the Revengers.
It was some members are D-Man, Anti-Venom, Wonder Man, Virtue, Captain Ultra, Goliath, Atlas, Devil Slayer, Century. I don't recognize any of these names.
Of those people are.
I don't
feel
know who
like
they
I
are
remember
either.
Wonder Man, but that might be because of Wonder Boy.
It was formerly led by Wonder Man.
No one knows the secret of his powers.
Wonder Boy, flying in the air, so fancy free. No.
Who is Wonder Man? Oh, he was just a
I
super
wonder.
strong guy.
Hey!
Oh, he has a huge list of powers.
It's a wonder.
Okay.
Shut up,
I mean-
Casey.
It's a
When you
wonder
have
he doesn't forget
immortality-
them.
When you have immortality and flight as two of your abilities,
You're good.
and that's you got a lot.
Just stop
going
there,
on.
basically.
He's got a lot more than that. Okay.
I mean, in Marvel, just stop at immortality and flight. That's enough. You don't need any more
I
than
mean,
that.
he has an ionic energy form, so I don't. And superhuman everything.
Of course.
Because he's Wonder Man. I wonder how many powers he has, man.
You're stealing my jokes now. I don't appreciate it. All right. I guess that's an episode, and we can call it a wrap.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking around.
Yay! Thor's great, and if you haven't seen it, then you're a dumbass for listening to this entire section, but it's great and you should watch it!
Or if you
Excelsior.
did listen to this because you wanted to find out if you want to watch it, why'd you do that? Why would you spoil it for yourself?
If you don't watch Thor, you're a nerd. Heard it here first.
Oh, speaking of Excelsior, fucking Stan Lee actually made an impact in this film. He has his character.
Some crazy old man cut my hair.
Yeah. He made his mark in this one. Fucking hell. Alright, so thanks for listening to the episode. If you want to get in touch with us, you can go through the comments to the YouTube channel, or you can come hang out on the public Discord server that we suddenly have and we suddenly remembered existed. Yeah, we were going to have that like as a Patreon thing, like, hey, donate on Patreon, you can get access to the... That wasn't going to happen for multiple reasons. One, it's incredibly difficult to police that. Two, most of you guys that would actually be on the Discord channel donate anyway, so who cares? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We trust you guys.
Yeah, you guys are cool. You know, costs us nothing to be cool back. So, if you want to donate on Patreon regardless, then we'd appreciate it. They're going to do the shout-outs next week because I don't think it's gone through yet. And once again, thanks everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux podcast episode, whatever number this was. 202?
202.
202.
According to patient, it's 202.
I trust his judgment. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.